Morning, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm the writer of iBlock Chronicles. Sorry for the squinting. I decided to take you guys outside today. Um, I heard some troubling news this morning, and one of the things that we definitely deal with through our recovery and through life in general is loss. And this loss is been an individual that's been involved in my life all through my life. I wouldn't say I was terribly close with him, but has impacted my mother, and you never want to see your parents upset. And so it definitely, I don't like seeing my mom upset about anything because she's just probably one of the most loving human beings you'll ever meet. And she definitely feels everything. So I was thinking this morning that the impact that this gentleman's life has been on mine. He's been a pastor all of my life. That he's been around the church that my parents call home. It's a church that I was involved in growing up, and his name's Pastor Larry Wigdon. His ministry has uh, been consistent and always there. The man lived what he lived what he believed, and you didn't always have to agree with what he believed to recognize that he would stand up for it and he would always stand by it. And it reminded me of a story my dad was sharing with me one time. As we were, I was actually incarcerated, and it was one of the visits he was sharing with me about, from Acts 20 and Paul's mission in life. And Paul certainly had no easy path, and I would say that Pastor Wigdon certainly did not have an easy path, um, health-wise and just circumstances and things like that, right from his youth. But look at Paul's mission and what he talked about in Acts 20 is that, that he was telling the people he was speaking to at that point in time. And I'm not a scholar, so I don't recall exactly who he was speaking to, but he was just saying, look, this may be the last time, you see me, because his mission was essentially, the way I took it, is that he was just going to go till he dropped. I mean, he believed that his purpose in life was to follow Christ to the end. And I believe Pastor Wigdon did that. He was found at his home, and I think we all would prefer to go in a peaceful way. But I know for sure that man is in heaven. I appreciate the impact his ministry has been, and the example he's shown that come thick or thin, you stick by what you believe in, you stick to your principles and what your purpose was, no matter what, no matter who ridicules you, no matter what your circumstances are. Today's a Sunday, and ironically, this is the day of his passing. And normally I'd be at church right now, but obviously with circumstances it didn't work out this morning. So I thought I'd share with you and just say, look, we're all going to have these moments where we do see people pass. What do we do with those things? And the purpose, obviously, of this blog is talking about life recovery and recovery in general. You take it for the reality that this is life. There is death associated with life. What I've done with it, though, is I've said, what if this was my last day? What do I want to look back on? If I knew that 5 o'clock today was going to be my last minute, what do I want to do between now and 5 o'clock? I want to do exactly what I'm doing. So for the first time in my life, I can honestly say, I want to keep making this progress as a recovering person that's working hard and tired like I am this morning. Yeah. But working hard and working right and doing the correct things and being a good father to my children, being a man that God asked me to be, and solely seeking his purpose. I want to be like Paul. I want to be like David in the Bible, who was a war-torn, scarred man, but was called a man after God's own heart in the end. I'm a war-torn, scarred man, not by the wars that we are celebrating this weekend, this holiday weekend, but by wars of my own making. And I'm in a place now where I'm thankful, and I kind of want to put this out here. I hope it reaches people in the correct way. My name's Chris. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm having a life reflection today as I look at the ups and downs and what this 24 hours, the last 24 hours brought, and what this 24 hours will hold. What I want tomorrow morning to look like, I want it to be me reflecting on the fact that I was sober another 24 hours and I made progress today, and that God looked at me with favor as a tapestry on a wall and not a beat up rag in a field. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great Sunday.